Alright, how's it going, guys? We're back. Well, I'm back. And we had our live stream the other day. Let's go out here where it's a little bit quieter. Let me actually turn this down for the moment. And we'll just do that. Okay, so at our live stream the other day, we made a bunch of progress. I took the core sample drill out and did some drilling. I actually managed to find oil, I do believe, in my first one I did, so I didn't do a whole lot of drilling. But we did find oil, and we went ahead and made the pump jack and the distillation tower. I'll show you both of those here in a bit. But at the end, we ended up finally getting the sawmill done. And I wanted to show you guys this. It's pretty interesting little multi-block here. So it's only a 2x5, and it's pretty simple. If we look in the book, let's switch this over to our quest book here, and we go to becoming an engineer. So Sawmill, it only takes 8 steel scaffold, 6 light engineering blocks, 4 iron sheet metal, 2 heavy, redstone block, because they all take that, and 4 conveyor belts. And we need to make 64 sawdust to feed this thing, which we only have 40 at the moment. So I'm going to work on that here in a minute. But I wanted to show you, when you build this thing and turn it on, you throw a log here, and it'll go through and it'll give you a stripped log. Well, there's a saw blade that you have to make, which apparently has durability. They don't tell you that in the quest book, and there's only one of them. So you can't make a better version. But you just place that right there, and you can shift right click to take it back out. And then if you throw one of these on here, it'll strip it, then it will cut it into planks, and you'll get 6 planks from each one. And of course, you can take the stripped one and throw it back on there. It'll go through and give you 6 points as well. So it's kind of interesting. I kind of like it. It's much nicer than having to go out there and cut planks all the time than we have to do right now. And if and when Shadow gets our tree farm up and going, we'll have tons of planks laying around now. I had to do a little bit of mining, and we added a few more things up here, because bauxite, silver, I think lapis as well was not up there, so we had to add them. Also, we found out that this furnace has a knob here, so you can speed up or slow down how fast it goes by clicking on the little yellow symbols. So if you look, this one here down will tell it it's off. This one is speed 1. That one is speed 2. And this one over here is speed 3. And nothing changes here on the GUI. Only that little red arrow that moves. Tamara figured out that because I couldn't see that little red arrow in my blind ass. I had to actually change the GUI to get it done. Also, Tamara made me a drawer controller, so I didn't have to sit here and smack each one. I could just right click and it would pop everything out of my inventory and throw those two on there. We need to put a hopper on there so we can hop it into there easier. She also said that my iron chest was getting full, so she made me a diamond chest, which, if you come out here, everything down here on the bottom row, she has made for the, let's see, where is it at? It's not the simple store. Yeah, it is. There it is. So we did the silver chest, we did the gold chest, and we did the diamond chest. We just need to do the crystal and the obsidian next. And then if I grab all of this stuff, and then I'm going to throw each one of these back in here so Shadow can grab them. This Minori block and Scarecrow is for something else. We'll talk about those here in a second. That's mine, because those are not in the storage stuff. Alright, and this is a Quantify Key, which is to show or hide the quantity levels. So I guess if we take this and right click, it actually shows the numbers on the things. So don't really care. I wouldn't have made it if we didn't need it for a quest, but we needed it for a quest. We also need the gold key, which I don't know. Oh, there it is. I don't know if she left that one. There it is. There's the drawer key. So now we go in here. We have this one. This is a choice reward, so we can get an enchanted book. Feather Falling 4 wouldn't be bad. Enchanted book with smite. Let's go ahead and get the Feather Falling 4 book. Those will be nice to put on my boots. And we have our half one here, which we ended up getting terracotta shingles for. We got the half storage 2 item. And I got limestone. Yay. We got the 4 item one. I got beige wallpaper. Super yay. Oh, hey, I haven't done the drawer controller yet. I need to go grab that. And then she got all of these done. So we have the storage upgrade, which gave me an enchanted book. We got the gold one, which gave me a copper coin. The enchanted book I got was Smite. Throw these coins in here, which we have 64 of the stone ones. There's the diamond upgrade, which gave me an iron coin. And then we have the redstone max upgrade. Yay, I got an ink sac, minimum upgrade, prismarine shard. Ooh, I got string for the redstone upgrade. Elimination upgrade. Prismarine crystal. Conversion upgrade, which I don't think we need in here, because I don't think there's anything we need to convert to. And we got some potatoes for the downgrade. Alright, so we've got all of that done. We still need to finish the simple storage. I think some of these are already done. And then we still need to make the drawer controller slave. Let's go ahead and drop off a bunch of this crap that we don't need. Camera can sort it later. And the feather falling 4 I'm going to keep because I'm going to put those on my boots. And let's go grab that drawer controller real quick out of the wall. There we go. That'll take care of that one. And we got nickel ingot, yay, from that. So hopefully next time we do a live stream, Camera can get the drawer controller slave done, which is really cheap. And the crystal chest, which I think is just a diamond chest with glass around it. If it wasn't for the fact that it's full of junk already, I'd go ahead and do that one. And then the obsidian is the diamond surrounded by obsidian. So that's easy as well. We're going to have to make another diamond chest, but we already have a silver chest out there that we needed for a quest, so we can upgrade that one to diamond and then use this diamond to make it obsidian, and the silver one that's in here right there, we can upgrade it to diamond and use that to make the crystal one. But we gotta wait till Shadow gets here to grab the silver one to do that. We also have a miner issue that, well, the miner's been going crazy. Yes, that's me. We have way too much coal. We've got 39 stacks of coal in here, and we have all of those stacks that I just showed you in that crate up there, along with the 5 stacks in the hopper. We've got 6 stacks that have already been made to coal coat. And unfortunately, from what I see in this pack, there's no way of using coal to make power. If there is a way, and anybody knows what it is, please let me know, because I have no idea. Anyways, let's get into what we did with the oil stuff. So, as you can see, we have a pump jack out here, which is slowly trying to move. And I do believe it's slowly trying to move because it's full. Because it shouldn't be... Yeah, it's full on power. So it's only because we're not using it up fast enough yet. But we actually have that quest all completely done. We had to finish that off to get the... Hi. Go away, we're working here. We had to get that one done to do the Distillation Tower. We just need to get a bucket of crude oil, so I brought a tank out, stuck it on the end, grabbed the bucket, and then threw that in the Distillation Tower. This one was a pretty simple build as well, with steel scaffold, light engineering, treated wood, redstone engineering, heavy engineering. 2 blocks of steel was the only real expensive part, and then 4 steel sheet metal and 4 pipes. And it's kind of weird, they actually gave us concrete for this, and we actually needed that concrete for one of these quests back think it's this one, which it took care of the concrete part. We just had to make the slag bricks, which I went ahead and did. Well, I had Tamara do, because she had the bricks. I threw a piece of slag, so we made the slag brick blocks, and we got that quest taken care of. And then we have our Distillation Tower, which there is a bug in this version. If you're building this Distillation Tower, I did go and check. There is a newer version of Industrial Petroleum. And let me go grab the thing, because this was the one multi-block that I used the projector for, which they changed the way the projector works. Most of them I don't really like using it, because I like using the book, but the Distillation Tower is such a weird build with as high as it is that I use the projector for it. And in previous version that I played 112, to make the projector work, you had to craft the projector with the book, and the book had to be open to whatever thing it was you wanted to do. Well, in this, if you shift and right click, it says selection mode. Then you right click and it gives you all of the things that you can do. And then you hit confirm, and that'll give you your projection of what you need to do. Well, the issue that we had with this one is that these blocks right here are called scaffold. Let's look it up here. So there is steel scaffold slab, and there is steel scaffold slab. The problem is both of them have the exact same recipe, and I don't know of a way to make this recipe work. If anybody knows of a way, I don't think. I know there's some recipes where you can like switch from one to the other. And I know in previous versions it would ask you for the proper one. Where this one asks for those messed up ones, the ones that get changed into that. But let's look and see. I need 3 of these. Because I do know in some things, when you do this, there's like a button you can push that would give you an alternative recipe. But I don't see that when we do this. You know, there's no other choice. And this is the only choice you have. And there's no way of taking these and converting them to the other one. So I'm guessing that it's a bug in that version that you have to have these instead of those. And you literally had to have them for the build as well. So what we did was I just created the good ones, the normal ones. I opted Tamra. She went into creative and swapped them for the other ones. And then we built them with it, because it actually, when you do the projection, actually shows you if you can put them in or if you can't. Let's see, if I put this down, we'll just throw it down over here out of the way for the moment. But if I put it there, you'll see where it says red, because I don't have any of those blocks in my hand. But when I hold this, there's a outline right there. This is red because there's something there that's in the way. But see, if I hold this where there's nothing, it just is a hologram. But if I hold something that's supposed to be there, it gives you this white border, and that tells you it's the correct block. Now, I should be able to shift, there we go, and get rid of that. So it's kind of weird that it wants that block. If anybody else has done this and can tell me a way to get these, let me know. But I was unable to figure it out. I do like the fact that we can climb this thing and look around from up here. It's kind of nice. There's this little observation tower there. But we got it built. It's up here and running. And we are full of gasoline, which we are pumping downstairs. What we ended up doing is we put a output from here, runs over here and around to this fluid router, which says gasoline to the bottom, and then that runs down, which I'll show you where in a minute, and then the pipe also goes up and over here, and if we jump across my weird pipe thing here, you'll see there's another fluid router right here that says lubricant to the bottom. North is sulfurized diesel, which is over in this tank. And now I can get rid of my terrible pipe ladder here. So we have those two tanks of those two fluids waiting for us to use them. And we had to grab a bucket of lubricant and a bucket of gasoline. And so let's go ahead and get all of that. We got a epic shader crab bag apparently. So next was bitumen, which is actually a byproduct of running the distillation tower. And there is all of the bitumen we have so far. And we can actually use that to make asphalt concrete, which you walk faster on. It just uses that, water, gravel, and slag. So 2 byproducts we have, and we can actually make asphalt concrete. We can make it into a block. We can make this kind of asphalt, which doesn't look like it does anything special. And we can apparently also do that with sand instead of slag, but we have tons of slag, so why wouldn't we? And then there's also the Bituminous Coal, which again, we have no real use of using it, so. But the other use is making graphite dust with charcoal, and that is for making extreme reactors. So we can either do nether quartz and coal coke to make graphite, or we can do the dust from bitumen and charcoal. So we're going to need that if we're going to get into making extreme reactors. But there is also, the next thing in the book is this coker that we need to get into making, which will turn water and bitumen into sulfurized diesel and pet coke. So any excess that we have of it, we can actually just get rid of it. The pet coke, I'm sure, is just like coal coke, and we're not really going to have much use for it either. I haven't looked into it that much, but we'll look into it later when we get that thing made. But you'll notice we made this pipeline here for our oil, that runs from out there and up here. I thought the scaffold holding it up made it look kind of nice. I do think we need to move these guys so this isn't quite as cramped here anymore. We also have this fence around here so you don't walk into that power line. And we added a second power line up there because the bottom power line is only coming from the water wheel. So we weren't getting enough power if we ran off of it. So if we come back inside here, what we ended up doing, which is going to get loud here for a second, I'm not going to turn it back down because the diesel engine should be running. For some reason it's not loud. But anyways, we ran a second power connector off here, which we connected up there, then over to there, and then that runs all the way up and connects up beside the distillation tower, and then we ran that over and out to the pump jack. So this one diesel engine, our two windmills up top, and our water wheel out there is what we're using to power everything. We also had to change this around. So all of our melons that are coming out of here are going straight in to be turned into slices, which are then going straight in the assembler to become seeds, which are getting piped out down through and sent in over here. And as you can see, it is completely empty. But if you come look over here, it is completely full of potatoes and sugarcane. And there's actually a bunch of them laying on that belt right there. So we either need to put in a second one of these doing pumpkins, or what I'm thinking about doing is changing this one over and putting it to the industrial hemp, which works much better for seeds for the plant oil. So beetroot is 60, melons is only 20. It's the lowest. Pumpkins are 40. Industrial hemp seeds are 120. And then regular wheat seeds are 80. We were doing the wheat seeds, but we weren't getting as many seeds out. And we can do wheat into seeds, but we have to do this weird drying agent thing that I didn't want to mess with. I don't even know where that recipe is. Here it is. So seed drying paper and wheat, which means we need this drying agent and paper, and it'll give us 3 seeds out of every wheat. And I didn't want to mess with that, so that's why we chose to go with the pumpkin, or the melons, because I thought they would go quicker. So maybe we'll take this out of here and just run it straight in there and try pumpkin, since it's twice as good. But we're just not getting enough plant oil as of right now. And we need plant oil for 2 of our refineries. This one needs it for doing ethanol and plant oil to bio, which is completely empty. This one needs plant oil to go with our creosote to make biofuel. And then this one is using the biofuel and the gasoline to make biodiesel. And as long as we have enough creosote, this is probably the better way to go. I do also want to check and see. I don't know if the engineer's manual is going to be correct or not, but if we go to the pump jack, the reason why I'm saying that I don't know if it's going to be correct or not, I guess it's not in there. Let's see. Power diesel. Okay, so it says it works off of biodiesel. But see, it doesn't say anything else. And we have gasoline, so I want to know if the gasoline will actually work to make work in the diesel generator directly, or if we have to have the biofuel to mix with it, which it looks like here we can actually use graphite dust in a mixer with gasoline to make biofuel, and then we could use that with gasoline to make biodiesel. So if we wanted to set up the arc furnace to use our charcoal, which isn't helping with the coal issue, we could do that. But I'd rather use the creosote if we can figure out what we're going to do with all this coal coat, because as of right now, it's just making us steel. Another thing that I noticed is if you look up there on this list of things, my mining is at 142 because I've done a bunch. But when I go mining, I actually have a random chance of getting an extra ore. And I actually want to test this today because I thought about this during the live stream. It's not something I would actually do because I consider it an exploit. And I don't like to do that kind of thing. But I want to know if I break this, which I'm going to go ahead and grab the other ones here, because we always need iron. But if you've seen right there at the bottom of the screen, I think it said I got 2 extra iron. There, 1 extra iron ore drop. So occasionally I will get an extra one to drop. So I want to know if I place these back on the ground. So there we go. So we went from this crack to right there. We have 14 of them. If I re-break them, is it going to tell me I got an extra one? So with that one, I didn't. But I have seen other mods that have had that issue. And I just want to know if they were smart enough to code this properly. And it looks like they did. So I'm glad that that's not something we can actually exploit. Because I'm not seeing it drop. And usually I would have had a couple of them do it by now. Because I was really hoping we couldn't just sit here and re-break the same ore over and over and keep getting 1 extra drop every now and then. Yeah, there's an extra copper drop. That's always useful. So I don't... Wait a minute. I got 16 of these now. I only had 14. Let's try this again. Did I have it actually do it? Alright, there's 16 of them out here. I'm watching the bottom of the screen. Okay, 16. Did I mine 2 more iron that I didn't realize I mined? I know I grabbed some silver and some copper. I didn't think I grabbed iron. Unless there were two of them on the ground I didn't see. But yeah, I'm not seeing it do it. So hopefully, yes, they did a good job. And it's not actually exploitable. So I'm glad to see that. Let's head back home. And we'll throw this in and get it processed up now. And I'm going to go and how much do we need here? We have 48 sawdust. So that should be 16 more logs. And we can get that finished up real quick. And where is my book? Let's switch this back over real quick. So, Sawmill. Let's go ahead and get this completed real quick. We just need to get... I need to figure out something for that door. This is really annoying. The fact that that thing never wants to shut properly. So let's go see if we can get 16 wood real quick. Shouldn't take too long here. And Shadow's working on a tree farm. He actually has the block out here. Right here. The plant sower. So, hopefully soon, he'll actually get that finished. And then we won't have to worry about coming out here and cutting down these trees anymore. We can just have them automatically done. 15 figures I would be one short. Alright, let's get this last tree. I do believe when he gets that done, we're going to use the assembler back there to connect with our creosote pipe and have it make us treated wood, because we always need treated wood. And that way we won't have to worry about making that crap by hand anymore. And then we can also pipe it into this, which will make us planks automatically. Now, there is one weird thing with this thing. Like, if I take this and throw it up there, it'll only take that first one. But if I take a conveyor belt and I throw it on the end here, and then I throw this onto it, they will just place right on out when they get to that first one and go right in. So if you want to do it manually, put an extra belt there, and then you can just throw it right on and you'll be good to go. Alright, so there's our stack of sawdust, which apparently gives us more than one per thing, because we got more than the stack now. Also, this sawdust we can make into sawdust flooring. We can use it to make paper. We can burn it for fuel. And then this thing that doesn't have a recipe, which we could be making using coal coke and all kinds of other things to make power out of, which we can't freaking make as far as I can tell. There we go. We now have that done. We got another HOP graphite ingot and an emerald. So I do believe for Thursday we're going to work on getting this mining drill done and the buzzsaw done. We're going to work on getting these done next. And then our next live stream, we're going to build our arc furnace so we can get that built, which we'll put back over there. And then we can use it for making steel if we choose. And we can also use it to get into the extreme reactors. That's why it goes up this way. And then we've got a bunch of little quests to get done along the way. We also have our extractor we need to get built. We've got a nickel vein right here, which is nickel and iron. We've got a copper vein right there that's copper and iron. That's the one that I want to hit. That one out there, I think, is copper, iron, and sulfur by the oil. But I think we're going to hit the copper one right there because it's copper and iron. But we've almost gotten through the becoming an engineer quest. So we're working on that. We do need to get into the building gadget stuff up here as well. And apparently we make our enriched quartz enriched iron in the arc furnace as well, which unlocks another option over here somewhere. But we're getting through this. I hope you guys have enjoyed. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I will see you guys again on Thursday. Hopefully not by myself. And then this weekend again, we'll do another live stream and get the at least one of those two multi-blocks done. Probably the arc furnace, but maybe the excavator. I haven't decided. And like I said, we'll look at what we're going to do to change this over in the live stream as well. Figure out what we're going to do about plant oil. We can actually just put more cloches in as well if we want. We've got one windmill that runs. All three of these are just ran off of one windmill up there, and they're full of power all the time. So it wouldn't be a big deal to put in a few more of them. But we'll work that out during the live stream this weekend. So, as always, have a good one. Thanks for watching. And thanks to our patrons and channel members. And I will see you next time.